Now the starting lineup for the visiting Utah Jazz. At point guard.
Well, Grant, tonight we've got two teams who aren't afraid to slow the pace of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
The starters for Utah, Sexton and Markkanen out on the wings. Collins and Kessler there in the middle. And it's George in at the one spot.
Well, a case where he dominates in close, but Wiggins so versatile on offense.
And it's Utah with the ball. After the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago. George feels it out a bit. Here's Markkanen. Kessler passes to Markkanen. Here's Collins. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Kessler. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
You simply have got to box out Walker Kessler. This guy gets a lot of his offense from second chance opportunities.
Collins against Wiggins. Curry passes to Payton. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry.
You have to be accurate there. Very little room for error passing on the interior.
Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, B.A., from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
Now here's Hield. Last game for him, he picked up 10. Pass to Curry. Now Wiggins. Three-pointer. Collins with the rebound. It's tipped. Sexton against Hield. George with the block. And he gets it back. Another shot. Kessler with a rebound. The Jazz have gone 1 for 3 so far. Pass to Collins. Here's Sexton. Banked it in off the glass.
Well, Sexton showing that he's more than just a jump shooter. Very comfortable on the interior against size.
Outside Hield. Curry against George. And here's Wiggins. Shot clock at 5. Back to Payton. And he goes in for the dunk.
Well, coming off that screen, head up, Wiggins makes the right choice.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Collins. Outside Sexton. Now here's Markkanen. Back to Sexton. 4 on the clock. Over Payton. Sexton misses. The Warriors leading. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, the Warriors can be sloppy with the ball. Coach Kerr said, I don't mind turnovers that result from trying to make the extra pass. It's the ones that don't stand a chance to get through that bother me. If we just hit singles, we have so many playmakers and shooters that it's all going to come out pretty positively. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Schroeder, he's checked in for the Warriors. And Utah with a change here too. Clarkson's checked in. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Collins. Lets a 3 fly. Markkanen misses. The Warriors lead by 5. Wiggins finds Curry. Schroeder with it. Over George. Curry, no good.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
And Grant, once again, Stephen Curry hit 300 threes last season. Man, he's in a class of his own.
Well, there have been 7 300-plus three-point seasons ever. Stephen has 5 of them. He has the only 400 three-point year ever. So, yeah, B.A., Stephen has created his own class.
Oh, Kessler with the block.
This guy is a constant threat on the defensive end. Send it back, Walker.
They get it back. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Real smooth, guys. Great job with the tip in.
Those are the kind of plays on the offensive glass that can tell you a lot about a player. Now here's Wiggins. His last outing, he had 20. And again, it's the Warriors missing. There's 57 seconds left in the first quarter here. Pass to Kessler. And here's George. He's covered by Curry. High arcing shot. And George with the basket on the assist by Kessler.
With that shot in his bag, George doesn't have to get all the way to the rim.
Curry passes to Wiggins. Buried from 15 feet out. Wiggins has gotten his second bucket on the night.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Down low. Here's Collins. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Yeah, that's a good look for Collins. I like the offensive approach right there.
Curry looking it over. Here's the teardrop. Not going to go that time. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Warriors ahead, leading by a point. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what do you guys think about the Warriors here in this one?
I really like the attitude they displayed here early on.
They're working together so well, and there's a level of certainty that comes from trusting one another.
They've got Dennis Schroeder, Moses Moody out there with Gary Payton II. Then there's Kevon Looney, and it's Podziemski in at shooting guard. That's the group for Golden State as we kick off the second quarter.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Doris, when we talk about home court advantages, the Jazz have amongst the best.
They do, B.A. You have to play at altitude. They're also a little bit isolated as well, so travel is hard. Let me tell you this, their fan base is loud, L-O-U-D.
Here's Sexton, after the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago. Pass to Sensabaugh. Again, Utah.
Strong pass there to set up the basket.
And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. Looney with the ball. Outside Podziemski. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. Oh, look at Looney at the rim.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Clarkson outside. And the three-pointer goes. Clarkson's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. The Warriors trailing. Inside, here's Podziemski, and he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Boy, we think of Dennis Schroeder as a natural-born scorer, but there he does a great job passing the basketball.
Pass to Clarkson. To the inside, Eubanks. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Well, Jordan Clarkson's improved his ability to run the offense. How about that pass, guys?
Schroeder passes to Looney. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Podziemski's shot is good. Podziemski's gotten 4 this quarter.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Schroeder against Sexton. Here's Filipowski. Comes up empty down low. The Warriors have gotten off to a perfect 4-for-4 start in the second. Pass to Moody. Now Podziemski. From deep. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout, and we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And a new group getting ready for the Warriors. Jackson Davis is checked in for Looney. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Payton. Hields checked in for Moody. And it's Curry in for Podziemski. George finds Kessler. Markkanen outside. Here's Clarkson. Markkanen outside. 6 to shoot. To the middle. Here's Kessler. Unable to get that one. Good work defensively by Jackson Davis. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
Jazz trail by 3. And there's the lob. And finished off by Kessler.
Exactly where Kessler gets so much of his offensive performance done, right at the cup.
And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. Last time they met was in Salt Lake City, where they beat the Jazz.
And in the last meeting, they were the better defensive team. They were the disruptors, causing turnovers all over the place.
I think they took tremendous satisfaction from that performance and ended up winning going away. So is it something they'll look to repeat tonight?
Now here's George. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee.
He was also an excellent setup man as well. This guy was cutting the defense to shreds with incredible passing.
What growth from Lauri Markkanen, Doris, the 2023 Most Improved Player Award winner.
Yeah, you think about it. Markkanen entered the league at just 20 years of age. You forget how young these guys are sometimes. But Markkanen finds a great situation where he's a featured part of an offense, and then he makes an all-star team.
And the first one at the line is good. And for a scorer as prolific as Markkanen, he doesn't need the ball in his hands too often.
So many of his scores come off assist. So just a great sense of when to get into space and become available.
Payton's checked in for Schroeder. And a switch here also for Utah. Sexton's checked in. Markkanen hits them both. Doris, I'm going to give you 3 names here. John Stockton, Karl Malone, Pete Maravich. Which one is the greatest player to ever wear a Jazz uniform, you think?
I'm not going greatest player, B.A. I'm going greatest tandem in the history of the Utah Jazz. John Stockton and Karl Malone pick-and-roll play were poetry in motion. This guy is so good at baiting defenders into the contact. Buddy Hield doing work offensively.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Podziemski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
Second free throw, no good.
For a guy with the shot mechanics of Buddy Hield, you'd love to see him get to the free throw line more, but it's really not his game. He is just a dead-eye three-point shooter.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Brian, Lauri Markkanen's shooting stroke at 7 feet tall had former Mavericks coach Rick Carlisle comparing him to Dirk. Lauri said it feels good to hear that because he's obviously a Hall of Famer, but there's still a long way to go, and it gives me more motivation to keep getting better. He's not getting a big head, Brian.
No, he's not, and that's the way you have to approach it to be great. Thanks, Allie. Now here's George. A valuable part of their offense, averaging a little more than 16 a game. Collins, no good.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
And they've really been more consistent from the field this quarter.
Jazz trail by 5. Here's Sexton. He's coming off a 19-point game against Milwaukee. Here's George. And again, it's Utah. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first half. Curry against George. Wow, Curry takes the hit and finishes inside.
Curry understands how to take a hit, prepares for it, and makes the necessary adjustment.
2 on the clock. It doesn't go for him. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. The Warriors on top. They lead by 5. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
And for that game against the Thunder, this is a proving ground game, a benchmark challenge. Anytime you go against the numero uno in the league, you gotta come full strength. Do they have enough firepower to pull off the W? It's gonna be tough.
And so thinking about the first half of this game, it's likely we'll see some adjustments for the Jazz.
How have they kept it this close? Their D has been invisible. Come on, fellas, get after it.
Yeah, just a few more stops and this score would be totally different. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Man, it's been quite a game for Stephen Curry.
You know, I'm not really sure what defenders can do to slow him down. He's just too skilled.
Well, perhaps the most impressive thing has been his incredible consistency. This guy is a great player who always brings a ton of energy. What a great half.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. So on the floor for Utah, George and Sexton in the backcourt. Markkanen and Collins, the 3 and 4. And it's Kessler in at the 5. Sexton. It's rebounded by Golden State. Jackson Davis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Hield passes to Curry. To the paint. Here's Wiggins. The rebound by the Jazz. Now Sexton, and he gets the bucket. Sexton's got his second basket on the night.
You love this. The pressure gets physical, and Colin Sexton doesn't blink. Nice job finishing through contact.
Wiggins down low. Collins there. Here's Jackson Davis. Rebounded by the Jazz. Kessler's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside Sexton. Inside. Jackson Davis grabs the miss. Jackson Davis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. And we're going to have a jump ball. Pass to Curry. And here's Wiggins from the arc. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Wiggins got 10 points.
Well, increasing consistency from range. This is one of the things Andrew Wiggins is working on.
George against Curry. And he lobs it up. Oh, and Markkanen finishes.
Yeah, Markkanen, a big-time athlete. Set that lob up in the air, and he'll finish.
You know, from day one in the NBA, Keontae George had the ability to create his own shot like few others, Doris.
There are certain guys that are electric with their athleticism and the live body they bring to the game. Keontae George knows how to score, and as he develops as a playmaker, look out.
Now here's George, driving to the basket. Pass to Kessler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Sexton. And it falls all over the rim and in. Now just a 2-point Warrior lead.
This guy has got a variety of scoring moves. Colin Sexton keeps the opposition guessing.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Here we are in the middle of the season. Let's see where the Western Conference standings sit. Taking a look at Golden State. So far, this hasn't been the season they were hoping for. And time is of the essence. And, of course, there's Utah. Pretty far behind right now. Here's Hield. He's averaging more than 12 a game. Consistent threat on offense. Pass to Curry. There's the triple. And again, no good by Golden State.
And I'm sure this isn't how they drew it up at the half. Only 1 for 5 here in the third quarter.
Markkanen against Payton. Kicks it out to Collins. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Golden State is gone. Only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. The kick out. Curry. Stolen by Collins. George against Payton. George passes to Kessler for the tie. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Well, you love to see Kessler draw the contact right there. Get that defender into a compromised position.
Utah shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. No good on the free throw.
I think one of the impressive things about the young Walker Kessler is you know what you're going to get night by night. Great shot blocking and consistent rebounding and defense.
so he can't get either to fall. And Wiggins has got the ball here for Golden State. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot 2.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
These are his first free throws of the game. That free throw no good. Collier, he's checked in for Mills. And he sinks the second. Here's Collier, averaging around 5 points a game. Clarkson outside. And the layup falls. Clarkson's got his second bucket of the night.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
The Warriors have gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. And when you talk about guards who can really attack in the lane, Jordan Clarkson is on that list, Doris.
BA, there are just certain guys who are comfortable operating in tight windows. Clarkson's mindset is score. He's got a great sense for where and when to pull up into his shot. He can burn you from 3. Little bit streaky, but boy, he can really get on a hot streak.
Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Let's see some of the numbers here for Walker Kessler. And the Warriors making a change here. Looney's checked in. And Utah with a change here too. Filipowski, he's checked in for Kessler. The Warriors lead by 4. Outside Podziemski. Pass to Moody. Now here's Looney. Here's Podziemski. He's covered by Clarkson. Wiggins passes to Schroeder. Over to the left wing. 5 to shoot. Launches it from deep. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And that one's good. Clarkson.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
Left side Schroeder. Here's Looney. Utah with the rebound.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
And then it's Collins with the dunk.
Just tremendous recognition from Collins there. Sees an opportunity to be a target at the rim, and his teammate puts it on time.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Schroeder, a screen on Collins. And again, it's the Warriors missing. The Jazz have gone 6 for 9 in the half. Pass to Collier. Now Collins, hounded by Wiggins. And that one's good. Clarkson.
Unleashes the bounce pass. An accurate assist.
They need this. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. It's the Jazz leading by 3. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. We've got Brandon Podziemski. He's out there with Dennis Schroeder. Kevon Looney is out there with Moody. And it's Santos in at the 4. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Now here's Clarkson. Eubanks the screen. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Jordan Clarkson is a professional scorer, so tough to stop him.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Utah.
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving, good shot to great. That's winning basketball.
I think the other thing we're seeing tonight is the floor spacing of this team. Boy, they are shooting the cover off the basketball all game.
And at this stage of his career, Clarkson really knows his role. A highly effective scorer who looks to decimate defenses.
Now here's Schroeder. Moody passes to Schroeder. Drops in the layup for two.
Oh, that's a big bucket. Putting the offense on his shoulders right there.
Utah leading by 4. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Filipowski, pass to Clarkson. Anderson pulls it down. Golden State has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. Pass to Podziemski. Schroeder with it. Takes a three. Pure from three-point range. Schroeder's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, this is why spacing is so important. When you can knock down distance shots, as Dennis Schroeder does there, it changes the equation.
Now here's Eubanks. Clarkson for three. Utah with another miss. Pass to Podziemski. Outside Schroeder. Floats one up. Tipped. Out left to the wing. Out of bounds. It'll be Warriors ball. Curry, he's checked in for Podziemski. Markkanen's checked in for Utah. And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. And the Warriors make some changes. Jackson Davis is checked in for Anderson. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Santos. And it's Buddy Hield in for Moody. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
During that break, Coach Steve Kerr had some advice for the team. He told them, this is the passion I want us to play with every night. Now my question is, how are we going to finish? Are we going to be passive, or are we going to take what's ours? Guys, back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. Payton's checked in for the Warriors. And Utah with a change here, too. Sexton's checked in. Utah's gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Collins with a screen on Hield. Here's Sexton. Sexton. It's good on the putback. And the Jazz lead by 3.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Now here's Curry. George defending. Back to Jackson Davis. And here's Wiggins. They get it back. And he slams it in one-handed.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
And it's Utah with the ball, following the score by Golden State. 3 on the clock. Here's Sexton. Second shot opportunity. The rebound by Wiggins. Wiggins got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Hield. And here's Curry. George defending. Back to Hield. Payton with a screen on Collins. Here's Hield. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. It's a 1-point game. Here's Sexton. It's tipped.
Wow, Buddy Hield sending it back. How about the defensive play?
And the shot's good by Wiggins.
Plays with a bit of quiet intensity, but Wiggins has shown the ability to rise up in the big moments.
George passes to Markkanen. Back to George. Kessler, a screen on Curry. Pulls it from the top of the key. Nice shot by George. And the Jazz lead by 1.
Keontae George steps in a big-time moment. That's a huge basket.
Here's Curry. Look at Chef Curry cooking it up inside.
Boy, a monster bucket yet again from Steph Curry. Knew they had to get something from that possession, and you knew he'd deliver it.
Markkanen looking it over. Collins with a screen on Hield. The 3 from Sexton. It falls. 5 for 11 in the game.
Big basket by Sexton. You see why his team will lean on him in these moments.
Here's Curry. Sexton against Hield. Now here's Sexton. Defense is right there. No good with a layup. And the Warriors with possession. Wiggins finds Curry. 3-pointer. And connects from downtown.
And the stakes were high right there. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. How do you think this is going to play out?
With the time left, I think they've got to be looking for a quick shot here.
It's Markkanen on the wing. He connects!
The willingness to embrace the pressure. Markkanen, big-time delivery.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. All right, guys, how do you see him managing the next possession?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
What you want is to create a clean, high-percentage look if that's at all possible.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
And that's how you defend. Glad we had a chance to see a replay of that block again.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
15 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and they go to the intentional foul. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
And there's no question George can fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that'll put him up 2. And Steve Kerr calls timeout. The pressure is on. And he's got a plan to share with his guys. What's the best strategy for him?
More than enough time to get a bucket.
Well, they've got to be aggressive, guys, because the defense doesn't want to foul here.
Here's Curry. Looking to get it going. Yes! And he's tied it up. What a shot!
Ooh, how sick was that, guys? I mean, he makes defenders look silly with moves like that.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Down low. Here's Sexton. Oh, he got it! He got it!
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding.
And it goes! He gets it! Wow!
I love to see when those shots go in. Unbelievable shot. I have no idea how he gets that to fall.
And so it's the Warriors who come out on top here. What a performance they had here at home today.
I'll tell you what. These are the ones that are so nice to win and so tough to lose. I love being on the edge of my seat, never knowing what would happen next.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Stephen, plenty of momentum swings in this game. What made the difference in the end?
Because everybody was on. Defensively, it was a tough night on both sides, just trying to contain and fire around and try to contest shots. But at the end of the day, we made a couple more plays, kept our composure on the stretch, and got the win.
It's a beautiful thing when shots are falling. Thanks, Stephen.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And now, time for our player of the game, Andrew Wiggins.